She was born on a cotton plantation, the daughter of slaves, orphaned at 7 years old, married at 14, widowed at 20, with a baby daughter and no money. For the next 18 years, she bent over a washtub, washing other people's clothes for $1 a day. And then, at the age of 38, she had an idea so powerful that it would make her the first self-made female millionaire in American history. This is the story of Sarah Breedlove, the woman the world would come to know as Madam C.J. Walker, and it is one of the most extraordinary stories ever told. Sarah Breedlove was born on the 23rd of December, 1867, on a cotton plantation in Delta, Louisiana. Her parents had been enslaved on that same plantation. She was the first child in her family born into freedom, but freedom for a black family in the American South just 2 years after the Civil War was barely more than a word. There was no land, no money, no safety net. Her family worked as sharecroppers, farming cotton on land they would never own for wages that barely kept them alive. And then, when Sarah was just 5 years old, yellow fever swept through the region. Her parents died within months of each other. At 7 years old, Sarah Breedlove was completely alone in the world. She went to live with her older sister in Mississippi, but life there was no kinder. Her sister's husband was a cruel man. He put Sarah to work, picking cotton, washing laundry, cooking and cleaning, before she was old enough to understand what childhood was supposed to feel like. She had received just 3 months of formal education in her entire life. 3 months. Desperate to escape, at the age of 14, she made the only move she could think of. She married a man named Moses McWilliams. Before her 17th birthday, she had a daughter, a little girl she named Lelia. And then, at just 20 years old, Moses died. Sarah was a widow, a single mother, and completely penniless. She packed up everything she owned. She took her baby daughter in her arms, and she walked. She walked to St. Louis, Missouri, where her brothers had settled and found work as barbers. And there she found a washtub. For the next 18 years, Sarah Breedlove bent over that washtub, washing other people's clothes. She earned $1 a day, sometimes $1.50. She scrubbed and wrung and folded and delivered, day after day, year after year, in the cold, in the heat, in sickness, and in exhaustion. She poured every spare cent she had into one single goal. She was going to educate her daughter. Lelia would not grow up without an education, not while Sarah had breath in her body. And she didn't, but the years of hard labor, poor nutrition, and harsh chemicals from the washing had taken a terrible toll on Sarah's own body. Most painfully, she was losing her hair. Large patches of her scalp were going bald. There were almost no hair care products available for black women. The beauty industry in America barely acknowledged they existed. Sarah began to experiment. She mixed and tested her own formulas. She tried different combinations of ingredients, searching for something that would heal her scalp and restore what she had lost. And then something worked. She called it Madam Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower. And when she looked in the mirror, for the first time in years, she saw herself differently. She had spent her whole life being invisible. A washerwoman, a widow, a poor black woman in the American South that the world had written off before she was even born. But standing there, looking at her own reflection, she saw something else entirely. She saw a businesswoman. In 1905, Sarah moved to Denver, Colorado. She had $1.50 in her pocket. That was everything she had in the world. She began selling her hair products door to door, knocking on the doors of black households across Denver, demonstrating her products, telling her story. She placed small advertisements in black newspapers. She trained women to sell on her behalf and paid them a commission, giving other black women an income and a dignity that the world had never offered them before. The business grew. She remarried a man named Charles Joseph Walker and renamed herself Madam C.J. Walker. The name gave her product a sense of authority and elegance that the world was not yet ready to extend to a black woman from the cotton fields of Louisiana. So she claimed it herself. She moved to Indianapolis and built a factory. She opened training schools across the country. She built an army of sales agents, thousands of black women who went door to door selling Madam Walker's products and earning more money in a single day than they could make in a month working in somebody else's kitchen. The world tried to ignore her. When she showed up at the National Negro Business League's convention in 1912, Booker T. Washington refused to put her on the program. She was not invited to speak. She was not considered important enough. So Madam C.J. Walker stood up from the audience without permission, walked to the front of the room, and addressed the entire convention herself. She said, "I am a woman who came from the cotton fields of the South. I was promoted from there to the washtub. Then I was promoted to the cook kitchen. And from there, I promoted myself into the business of manufacturing hair goods and preparations." The room fell silent. Nobody had ever heard anything quite like it. By 1917, Madam C.J. Walker was running the largest black-owned company in the entire United States. She built a mansion on the banks of the Hudson River in New York, a statement so bold that her friends warned her it was too much. She told them, "I want to show that black women can live well too." When she died in 1919 at the age of 51, she was eulogized as the first self-made female millionaire in American history, recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records, the first woman of any race to achieve it entirely on her own, born in a cotton field, orphaned at 7, a widow and single mother at 20, bent over a washtub for 18 years earning $1 a day. She started her business with $1.50, and she changed the world. So what does the story of Madam C.J. Walker mean for you? It means that where you begin has absolutely nothing to do with where you can end up. It means that the world's opinion of you, what it assigns to you, what it ignores in you, what it refuses to see in you, is not the final word. Madam Walker was born into a world that had already decided what her life would look like. A cotton field, a wash tub, invisible. And she looked at that world and said, no. She had no education, no money, no connections, no industry, no mentor. She had a wash tub, a formula, and a refusal to accept the story she had been handed. Think about the obstacles in your life right now. Think about the times you've been overlooked, underestimated, dismissed. Madam C.J. Walker was all of those things from the moment she drew her first breath, and she promoted herself. Nobody gave her a stage, so she walked to the front of the room and took one. Nobody handed her an opportunity, so she mixed one up in her kitchen and sold it door to door. Nobody told her she was allowed to live well, so she built a mansion on the Hudson River and proved them all wrong. That is the lesson. You do not wait for the world to promote you. You promote yourself. If this story moved you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more stories of extraordinary people who refuse to accept the life the world handed them, subscribe to Luminary Rising, because we have so many more to tell. Until next time, keep believing, keep rising. You were born for more than the wash tub.